Today we're looking at 15 things you didn't know about Taiwan. The country, although a sovereign state, is in fact part of China. They've been under Chinese and Japanese rule over the years, and in the end, China lost control over its overseas territories, and that's when Taiwan gained its independence. Before you knew it, they became one of the most important, modern and developed countries in Asia. Taipei City, the capital city of Taiwan, has a population of over 2 million people, making it a global city and one of the most important hubs in East Asia. The island used to be called Formosa, a name given by Portuguese sailors, meaning the beautiful island. And for good reason. Taiwan is a beautiful country that mixes Chinese and Japanese cultures and adds a little bit of spiciness and flavor to it. They are well known for oolong tea lovers, nature protectors, and very concerned about economic growth, which makes them the perfect destination for those wanting a taste of Asia, but also a modern city and great services. There's definitely more to learn about them, so let's get started. 1. 97% of Taiwan's internet users are now on Facebook. With over 2 billion users worldwide, Facebook is now a part of our daily life and business. Even though in Asia there are other platforms for social media and web browsing, Facebook and other Western platforms are gaining more and more exposure. Today, Facebook has over 97% of Taiwan's users hooked, and they're getting more into the business sector, helping them explore and get new clients while making money out of advertising. Facebook and Taiwan are working together to help train thousands of people to understand how it works and how to use it for business purposes. Number 2. The world's largest violin collection is in Taiwan. Music has the ability to connect people from all over the world. There's one person in Taiwan that seems to love musical instruments a little too much, to the point of having the world's largest violin collection. His name is Wen Long, and he turned his collection into a museum. Taipei Museum from Taiwan holds over 1,149 instruments by 904 makers and over 600 bows by 300 makes. Some of them are very rare and very expensive violins. The entire collection is worth around $1 or $2 billion for sure. They also lend violins to Taiwanese musicians, and the admission fee is only $5. As the owner said, they want to bring an educational value, not money value, to the museum. Number 3. It's one of the most important 4 economies in Asia. If we were to analyze the biggest and highest growing economies of Asia, a few stand out. They're called the 4 Asian Tigers, and they refer to the economies of Hong Kong, Singapore, Taiwan, and South Korea. They are practicing export-oriented economies with low taxes and business-oriented policies, making them small business centers where startups boom, a lot of money is poured into, and people are almost equally rich. Also, these 4 countries have the best universities in the world, which help them attract the best students. Number 4. Taiwan is the biggest international center for jade. If you're a fan of jade stones and you really want to get one, then make sure you get it from Taiwan, specifically from their Jade Mountain. They have a special connection with this mountain and this stone, and for that reason, it's not cheap. Real jade has unique features and can cost up to millions of dollars. If it's too cheap or the price seems too good to be true, then the stone is probably not real jade. If it's too cheap or the price seems too good to be true, then it's probably not real jade. One of the most expensive jade bangles that belonged to a Chinese emperor, sold for over $5 million back in 2014. Number 5. Daniel and Richard Tsai are the richest brothers in Taiwan, with a net worth of $10 billion. It's not very often when the richest people in a country are a duo. However, that's the case right now. In Taiwan, the Tsai brothers are the richest men, with a net worth of $10 billion. They made their fortune by running Fubon Financial, which is one of the largest financial institutions, with a market cap of $16 decided to ban this habit once and for all with strong laws and steep fines. Restaurants and companies that still sell dog and cat meat will be fined up to $66,000 and can face 2 to 5 years of jail time. It's really good to see that improvements are made with this major problem. Number 7. Taiwanese girls avoid the sun at all costs because they like fair skin. In a world where inclusivity and equality is becoming more popular and appreciated, Asian countries are still attracted to fair skin. Girls in Asia, especially in Taiwan, try to keep their skin as fair as possible, and for that to happen, they don't stay out in the sun at all. You'll see them walking with umbrellas in the middle of the day and using lots of SPF. It's now a cultural thing that men have started to adopt as well. Some say that this obsession comes from America or the fear of being confused with other Asians from underdeveloped countries. Even Asian beauty companies have adopted the fair skin obsession, so don't expect dark shades and black models in their campaigns. Number 8. They were the first Asian nation to approve gay marriage. Last year in 2017, Taiwan took a big step in acknowledging LGBTQ rights to get married. A court ruled out the man and woman only marriage from their constitution, but now they're facing a lot of backlash from anti-gay groups. 1 year after their brave move, Taiwan is now faced with 3 referendums that are meant to ban or not allow same-sex marriage. Taiwan is considered to be one of the most LGBTQ-friendly nations in Asia, so these referendums will settle whether they are pro or against them once and for all. Number 9. Their national airline is called China Airline. Most national airlines are named after their country or at least have some sort of connection to it. In Taiwan, the national airline is called China Airline because they're still technically a part of China. They operate flights to America, other parts of Asia, Australia, and some countries in Europe. The planes are now branded with a pink cherry blossom flower. They make around $2.2 billion each year from both commercial and cargo flights. The other Taiwanese airline is called Ava Airline, which is a 5-star airline, launched in the 1990s. As you can see, Taiwan travels in style. Number 10. Taipei 101, one of the highest buildings in the world, cost $2 billion. There isn't a more expensive, famous, or lavish building in the whole Taiwan like Taipei 101 building. The famous skyscraper is 508 meters high and is the 5th highest building in Asia and 8th in the world. It used to be the highest building in the world for 6 years. Taipei 101, which has 101 floors, is a green building that's now used for office and commercial space. The whole construction took 5 years to complete and almost $2 billion. It's so famous because it was designed to stand up against the strongest typhoons, and for that reason, it has a massive $4 million damper inside of it that swings against the wind to secure the building. And now, the damper is a tourist attraction in itself. And Alexers, if you want to hear about some other islands, check out our video about the 15 luxury islands you can buy right now. We bet you'll get some inspiration from that too. Click in the top right corner to check it out. Number 11. Starbucks will open a store made out of shipping containers in Taiwan. Starbucks is the one coffee shop that successfully managed to be present and loved in 76 countries on all continents. Each coffee house is different and blends perfectly with the culture while also keeping that Starbucks feeling and ambiance. For Taiwan, they went with a different approach and designed a coffee house out of 29 stacked shipping containers. The shop overlooks the Pacific Ocean, therefore the idea of using shipping containers was designed as a tribute to the cultural history of the area by portraying Aboriginal Amis people, as well as the views of a nearby mountain. Number 12. They have the 3rd fastest internet in the world and free Wi-Fi everywhere. The top 3 countries with the fastest internet in the world are Singapore, Sweden, and Taiwan. So it's no wonder that their economies are thriving. And because Taiwan wants its citizens to fully enjoy internet wherever weirdest restaurants in the world. If you think Asian food is weird, then you should see how weird the restaurants are here. Taiwanese food is quite similar to the cuisines in the rest of China and Japan, but they also have some unique dishes and snacks. If you're looking for unique experiences, then try Taiwan's restaurants. They have a Barbie-themed restaurant that was approved by Mattel, and it's all Barbies in pink. They also have a toilet restaurant, where they serve food in toilets instead of on plates. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty weird. Number 14. They have Hello Kitty branded beer, planes, and hotel rooms. Although Hello Kitty was created by a Japanese company, the craze around it stretches all over the world. Taiwan is so crazy about this cute little cat, they embraced all things Hello Kitty themed and kind of took it to the next level. Here, you can find Hello Kitty themed beer that's infused with lime and bananas, Hello Kitty branded planes that belong to Ava Airways, and Hello Kitty themed hotel rooms. It's all pink, cute, and cartoony, exactly as you would expect it to be. Number 15. There's an abandoned UFO village outside of Taipei. Everyone knows that Americans are obsessed with UFOs. They make movies, stories, conspiracy theories all about it all the time. Taiwan is also obsessed with them. In fact, they were so mad about them, they built an entire village with UFO-looking houses. It looks more like a trailer park, but with rounded, oval-looking homes. The village is now abandoned and has no official name. Some people call it the Wanli UFO Village, and it can be found outside of Taipei, about an hour's ride. The houses were built in the 1960s or 70s, and nowadays, only the rust and overgrowing trees are left. It's a creepy, yet very unique experience. Asia amazes everyone. Every time you discover a country, a new world opens up, with various influences and specific touches. Taiwan is such a beautiful country with modern cities, happy citizens, and the wildest landscapes you've ever seen. It all merges together perfectly into one island that we all need to visit. Verse 16. Renting a higher-end car can cost anywhere from $100 to $250 per day. One of the easiest ways to travel is by car. Whenever you visit a new city, or simply because you can't be bothered to own a car, renting is your best friend. Most car rentals are not quite accessible price-wise, except for Taiwan. Here, a normal car will cost you between $80 to $100 per day, plus a deposit, and if you want to rent a more luxurious car, like a Mercedes, they'll charge you around $250 per day. With these prices, you might as well take the public transportation, which is quite cheap and well-connected, but if you want to travel in style and more comfortably, well, you have to pay some good money.